Louise from BeHealing.com, and welcome to the Now, the spiritual news show for the week starting Monday the 1st of October 2012. And so we'll start with the angel card reading this week. And the angel guides are saying that this is a big week for changes. It's a big week for taking risks and actually starting something new, something that's been in the pipeline that has been coming up for you. It's actually time to take action and do something about it. And so even though this might feel like a risk and it might give you uncomfortable feelings, it's a good time to go ahead with it, because once you start you realise that it's not a risk at all. It's coming from your spirit, and so it will be all good for you. Also a great week for being creative as possible. So this is about really putting yourself into whatever it is that you're doing. So whether it's a relationship, a piece of work, project, whatever it is, put yourself into it. What's in your heart, what's in your spirit. Make sure it's all about you. And this is a great week for really getting clear on who you are and what you want to do, and sharing that with the world, putting that out into the world. This is also a week of detachment, and we've got the full moon on Monday, the 1st of October, which is a time of releasing. It's a time of releasing and letting go of things, letting go of all the things that you want to release from your life, that you don't want in your life anymore. And taking that a step further, this is about detaching from things that are going wrong in the world, things that are going wrong in other people's lives, because it only looks like it's going wrong from our perspective. If you look back on your life, you will see that the things that have gone wrong have been the biggest catalysts for your change. They've been the biggest gifts for you. And if you can't see that, it's because you've not done the healing work on it fully yet. And I can help you with that, so come to me at BeHealing.com if you want to do that work with me. But you will see that the greatest challenges are the catalysts for the greatest change in your life. And so those people that have been through the worst of times are the people that have the biggest impact on the world. And so when we look at others' paths and things that we think are going wrong in the world, we're not seeing the bigger picture. We're not allowing people to have their own paths. And so they're asking us to really detach from all the things that we don't like and don't want, because some people need those things. And so that's really important. And that's an ongoing thing for this year especially, because of the Ascension process. Now, in Ascension news, this week is all about getting selfish. It's all about getting your energy in, bringing your energy in, not letting it be so dispersed or attached to other people or other things. It's like, this is about being empowered and making your own self happy, pursuing your own path, because we're here to do that. We're here as individual, unique aspects of Source. And so everything is one in Source. We're all one, we're all in the game together in Source. But when we're here in physical form, we all have our own unique perception of Source. We all have our own unique path. And when we are being selfish, even though we might think of that as a negative word, and it's not, that's what we're meant to be here doing, is focusing on ourselves and what we want to bring to the world. When we're doing that, we are empowered and are being true to that version of Source that is us. Now, when we are looking at everyone else around us and judging their paths and trying to convince them that our path is the right way for them, or trying to follow their path thinking their path is right for us, then we get lost. We get really lost, and that's when we start kind of judging not only ourselves but everyone else. And so really, it's time to get selfish. You're here to be focused on yourself, and it's only through focusing on yourself and developing yourself and following your own path that eventually leads to you sharing it with the world. And that's when you have the most impact on the world, when you can do that. And so it's really important to be selfish first. Selfish meaning being focused on yourself. Also this week, notice any health or illness or disease beliefs that you have. And so our bodies communicate our spiritual and emotional issues through giving us symptoms. That's when we've missed all the other signs, the body gets involved and shows us symptoms to tell us about these emotional and spiritual issues. Now, you've probably got beliefs from family that something's hereditary. Now, if something's hereditary, that just means that the issue is common within the family. The emotional or spiritual issue is common in that family. And if you have done the release work, if you have released those things, then that symptom won't come up unless you are still attached to that belief. So you can believe something into being. And so if you've got beliefs from family, if you've got beliefs from doctors, if you've got beliefs from hearing that if you do certain physical things it's going to cause a particular symptom or disease, then asking us to release that, because that's not aligned with your higher self. It's not aligned with your physical body. Your physical body is a manifestation of your total energy, your total spiritual energy. And so you don't need to manifest these things through the beliefs. So really pay attention to beliefs about physical symptoms that you might have or disease. Also, this is a great time of balancing. And what I mean by that is total balance within your life. So we have the spiritual, we have physical, we have work or life purpose, we have relationships, we have emotions, we have so many different aspects of our life. Now, we tend to focus on those that we value most of all, and so for me it will be relationships and physical and spiritual. And work. So I'm fairly balanced actually looking at it. But what you might find is if you have, say, a focus on relationships and not on your life purpose and not on work, what's going to happen in this week and the coming weeks, and maybe it's happened in the past couple of weeks too, is that you're going to be shone a light on those areas that you're not looking at. And so you might be wanting to manifest a relationship, say, and all that comes up for you is work stuff. Okay, and so as we're raising our vibration in this ascension process, it's important that we're balanced. We can't leave something lagging behind. If you're leaving relationships lagging behind, if you're leaving life path lagging behind, if you're leaving your emotional side lagging behind, then a spotlight is going to be shone on those things so you can bring them up. And so this is about letting go of what you're usually focused on so much and bringing those other parts of your life up to speed, which is really important for the ascension process. You can't be out of balance in any way. And so, it's important to know that everyone is connected on the spiritual plane. We're all one on the spiritual plane. But on the physical plane, we are individual, unique expressions of Source. And if you try to be all one on the physical plane, you're going to keep yourself attached to people that have very different vibrations than you, very different paths than you, and that's going to keep your energy diffused. You're not going to be empowered and directional. You're not going to be focused on yourself. So that spiritual truth is true for the spiritual realm. We're all in it together. It's true from a spiritual level, we're all in it together, but it's okay to detach from people and to detach from things that aren't a similar vibration to yourself or a vibration of where you're going to. It's okay to do that. And I know this is the biggest problem that people have with the ascension process, is that you don't want to leave people behind that aren't raising their vibration in the same way. And really, you have to, because you cannot change anyone else's energy. You cannot help anyone else's ascension process. You need to focus on your own and let them go. And everything is imperfection. Don't worry about that. Everything is imperfection. There's nothing going wrong. If some people don't ascend, that's fine. That's just where their spirit's at the moment. There's not anything going to go wrong. Also, don't worry about yourself too. You're always going to end up in the reality that's perfect for you too, and perfect for your spiritual growth. And so happy ascending, and I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.